What's the most important factor in successful Facebook ads? Is it targeting, image, copy, headline, offer? Find out in this video. Before we dive in, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be alerted when my next video goes live. Facebook ads and paid traffic is something that I really enjoy. I built a six-figure agency running ads for all types of clients, from network marketing leaders, coaches and trainers, roofing companies, fishing brands. So I'm really excited to share with you this number one factor today. Now, if you're not presently running ads, keep listening, because just like I said last night on our monthly Facebook ads mastermind training, if you weren't on, be sure to hop on the next one. I shared that no matter where you are in your marketing journey, this is going to be helpful for you, right? And should you want to leverage paid traffic in the future, this will be something you want to come back to. So quick question for you. What is the most, in your minds, right? Think about this. What is the most important factor in running successful ads? Think about that just for a second. What's the most important successful factor in running successful ads? Is it targeting? Is it image, copy, headline, offer, product? What is it? I'm going to give you the answer. It's not any of those things. While all those things are important, it's not the most important factor in being successful with Facebook ads. And when I say successful, right, successful can mean a variety of different things for different people. I've got one client who defines success as the number of leads generated at a low cost, right? And we're seeing some pretty, good success there, right? We're getting leads at less than 30 cents a lead for his particular business. Another client's definition of success is to be profitable, right? They want to be able to, put some money into Facebook and get more out, right? You put $1 in, you get $1.25 out. You put $1 in, get $5 back, right? That's their definition for success. But when it comes to the number one factor between people who are successful with Facebook ads and paid traffic, it is all mindset. Right. The success I previously mentioned, the lead costs, putting $1 in and getting several back out, doesn't happen overnight. Right. It takes time. It took time to test the right combination of things like targeting and ad copy and ad type, whether it's a video or an image, your budget, your landing page, and so on and so forth. It takes time to figure out what actually works. Also, another reality, and we see this every single day, Facebook is constantly changing. And sometimes those changes can be disastrous to your ad campaigns, but also they can have be very impactful on your emotions. Here's a perfect example. One of my clients that I'm working with, for the last several weeks, we've been dealing with this issue with Facebook, right? The URL they've been using got blocked several weeks ago. And it wasn't because the link was, being spammed across the platform in groups and on her page and everything, or that the site we were leading people to was incongruent with the ad, or the website didn't comply with Facebook policies. In fact, it was just a simple page for people to download a keto recipe. And so after weeks of back and forth, we finally got the link issue resolved last Saturday, and we're able to utilize the link on Facebook. But most importantly, able to utilize this link again in our ad campaigns. So the URL issue didn't impact me that much because it's happened before, and I was cool about it. But what happened next did impact me greatly. So I went to the ads manager to set up this ad again with the link that was now working on Facebook, set up the ad campaign, hit publish, and it felt like almost immediately I got 2 emails from Facebook. 2 emails. The first email was a receipt for the ad spend that we had spent on the platform previously. So I was like, all right, cool. Receipt for ads. We normally get this regularly. Great. The second email said your account had been disabled for violating our policies. This was last Saturday. And so for like 3 hours of going back and forth with Facebook support and honestly trying to figure out, why I got shut down, what went wrong, that entire day just crushed me in a sense, right? I couldn't get anything done. And so I'm sharing this because, things aren't always going to work out the right way, and you have no idea what to expect from Facebook, from the platform, from what you're putting out there. But you have to have the right mindset around advertising because things aren't always going to work out, and sometimes you're going to get shut down. And also, one of the biggest misnomers about Facebook ads and paid traffic in general is that you're going to see immediate results right away. Like the Facebook ad fairies are going to just fly over to your bank account and immediately start depositing money into your account. I wish it worked that way, but in my experience, it doesn't. It takes time to see what works and what doesn't. Now, what's cool about Facebook and Instagram ads and other paid strategies is that you get feedback right away, right? You get feedback on how well something is performing very quickly. So you don't have to wait weeks or months to figure out if your campaign is going to be a success. The other thing about Facebook ads is that you don't have to spend a lot of money, right? It's not going to cost you thousands of dollars to put an ad out there. You can see results for as little as $10-$20 a day. But it's the person who understands that Facebook ad success and business success for that matter is all about mindset. And those who are willing to take this in, right? Although I was down for a full day because my ad account got shut down, I got back up and we got our ad account back. So if you're willing to understand that this is just part of the process, that things aren't going to work out all the time, right? You're going to be a person who's not only successful, but also be able to reap the rewards of automating leads and sales in their business. Now, I want to give you a couple, I think it's like 3 or 4 key actions to help you develop this mindset. And this mindset goes for paid traffic, but also running a business in general, right? You can apply these 5 tips to help you grow your business, whether or not you're running ads or not. And if you're on this call, I'm assuming that you have a business of some sort, right? And the first thing is, like, what do most businesses do when they want customers, right? And the first tip is thinking like a business owner, right? This is going to help you get that mindset, right? Think like a business owner, not like, you're building a hobby, not like you're, just dabbling, right? Think like a business owner. When business owners need new customers, they go to advertising. Now, that's either paid traffic or networking and prospecting on Facebook, but you're promoting and putting things out there to bring people into your world, right? Small brick and mortar businesses before Facebook and even online advertising were invented, right? Advertise with the traditional methods, right? They use newspaper, radio, magazines, and billboards, right? That's how they got people to look at their products, their goods and services, right? How are you thinking like a business owner and getting your products out there? Although those methods, running advertising on traditional methods like newspaper, radio, magazines, right, are costly, and they're probably, for the most part, out of the realm of most, small solopreneurs, network marketers, and internet marketers out there. But with the advent of the internet, the age of the internet, right, online marketing possibilities through Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram and Pinterest, right? It's cheaper than ever before to get your message out to your audience, right? And so with this said, right, you have to start thinking about your business like a business owner and understand that the mindset of advertising is critical to that success. Every day, I hang out in groups sometimes just to see what's going on. And I see people complaining about, their results on Facebook, right? They spent, $20 on an ad and they got 2 leads and no sales, right? They complain that advertising on Facebook doesn't work and it's, all a scam. Well, here's the truth bomb, right? You need that mindset of an actual small business owner, which leads us to number 2, right? And realizing that this isn't a lottery, right? First of all, advertising is not a lottery. You don't place an ad up and magically, commission notifications start coming in, right? Yes, the overall idea is that you eventually produce that quote unquote magic slot machine where you can put $1 in and get a couple back, right? But you need to understand it takes time to get there and work to get there. Anyone that's ever built a successful business off of, paid traffic, organic traffic, networking and prospecting, right? They invested up front, right? They lost time and either they lost money up front, right? Think about it. Someone who is constantly, connecting and networking and prospecting in groups, that's time, right? You're utilizing time, right? You're connecting with people, you're bringing them into your world. Now, I haven't networked and prospected in a while, but in my earlier days when I did, people didn't join me the first time I talked to them, right? People didn't get started the moment I sent them the video, right? You develop and cultivate a relationship with people. So you're investing time on the front end, and on the back end, you follow up and see if they're ready to get started. The same thing is true with advertising, right? It's very rare, even for someone like me, right? After spending thousands upon thousands of dollars on traffic, it's very rare that I'm profitable right off the bat with any ad, right? Yeah, it's true. I might hit one out the park every 1 out of 20, right? But rarely does it happen right away. Paid ads, networking and prospecting, that's all an investment. Investing in your time, investment in money. And a true entrepreneur and business owner will understand that you have to make an investment up front, right? You need to spend money up front to collect data to find out what's working and what's not working. If you go into paid traffic and paid ads thinking you're going to spend $50 and make $1,000 right away, I'm here to tell you it's not going to happen. And that's that lottery mindset. Eventually you'll get there, right? Eventually it'll happen. And at the end of the day, when you consider funnels and upsells and downsells and other offers, right? Yeah, it's something that can absolutely happen, but you can't expect that off the bat. Your goal with Facebook ads and advertising in general is collect data. And I'm going to connect this to prospecting too, right? Your goal is to collect data from the people you're talking to see if they're even a fit for your offer, right? You need to go into prospecting, networking, ads with this mindset that you're essentially buying data with money or buying data with your time, right? To figure out what works, what doesn't work, who needs what you have, who wants what you have, and optimizing more of what is actually working to get better results. So if you're lost, frustrated, confused, don't know where to start with Facebook ads or paid traffic in general, there's so much value in training in this community here inside the back office, but also on the monthly Facebook ads mastermind, right? So much value in training. You can get help if you want to get started with Facebook ads or you're running ads and it's not working. And lastly, one thing that's really important when adopting a successful mindset for paid advertising is something that I'm going to paraphrase from Gary Vaynerchuk. He says, don't focus on playing defense, play offense, and focus on scoring as many points as possible, right? And so how does it apply to how you promote your business through paid traffic, right? So let's say you run 5 campaigns, 5 Facebook advertising campaigns, right? And you spend $100 on each, right? $100 on each, that's $500. 3 of those Facebook ad campaigns fail and 2 of them succeed. The 3 that failed, you lost $300. The 2 that succeeded though, you made $200. So you're 100 in the hole from where you started, right? So the majority of people that are new to running traffic are going to look at it this way. Man, I lost $100. This doesn't work, right? I failed. I'm a loser. The sky is falling, right? Facebook ads just doesn't work. I'm never doing it again. On the other hand, I take a look at that and say, and I get really excited, right? I get excited because now, one, I realize what worked and what doesn't work. And I have 2 profitable campaigns that I can actually start to scale now that I know that it worked, that something works. And so I can't overstate this point enough. You're essentially investing in buying data to figure out what works and what does not work. I may be down $100 at first, but I know the deeper I dig, the more profitable I'm going to get with those 2 good campaigns because I know that they have a lot of potential, right? But that wouldn't happen if I looked at those initial results and decided, man, I lost $100. This just doesn't work at all. Let me go try something else. Let me go try, putting Craigslist postings up, or let me go try and get back on the street and talking to people, handing out flyers with a mask on, whatever it is, right? When you look at your ads as buying data, it removes that emotional attachment so you can think about them correctly. So think about this works for, I know many people here aren't at that point where they're running paid traffic yet, but the same rules apply for active prospecting, creating content, right? There are things you put out there, a YouTube video, a Facebook post that doesn't work. You invested time, right, in creating that content, that post, that video, and it didn't work. That doesn't mean the strategy doesn't work. That just means what you put out there doesn't work. So you're collecting data, right? My audience isn't responding to this. Let me do something different, right? So you have to look at this as your tuition to learn a skill, right? You're investing time, you're investing money to learn the skill. At some point, that tuition money, and talk about tuition, I went to some expensive schools. I'm grateful that I have a business and I can, learn some skill sets without paying 5 figures a year to learn something I'm not going to really use and apply. You have to look at this as an investment, as tuition, right? You're investing in yourself. You're investing in your education at an extremely discounted rate. But at some point, that tuition money is going to have a return, right? And a bigger return than you can even imagine. Yes, it could be, sooner rather than later, but it's going to happen. So focus on the positive things that happen when campaigns work. Focus on the positive things when people are responding to your posts. Focus on the positive things when people are responding to you in Messenger and saying, yes, I want to learn more about your opportunity. Focus on the positive things when you put out a YouTube video and you get tons of views and comments. Focus on the positive of what's actually happening and score as many points as you possibly can. Those simple base hits might not hit you right, might not hit out the park right away, but just keep getting as many as you can, because the more hits you get, the more likely you are to be able to scale those results up. So if you focus on those, right, you're eventually going to score more points than you're going to have points scored against you. And you'll be coming out ahead on your ads. And so if you're brand new, just getting started, and have no budget at all for Facebook ads or paid traffic, I encourage you to do these 2 things. The first thing is invest in learning, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean investing money in a course, right? There's lots of resources out there, from training in the back office in MLSP. Again, the Facebook Ads Mastermind calls we do every month is there as well. Invest YouTube videos. There's training out there. Invest in learning. And secondly, I can't stress this one enough. If you're expecting a return on your ad spend so you can afford to eat, let me say that again. If you expect a return from Facebook ads or paid traffic so you can afford to eat, survive, then you should hold off on buying traffic and focus exclusively on that level 1, level 2 social media networking and prospecting, right? You definitely don't want to gamble with money you can't afford to lose. Because when I can tell you this from experience, when I first started out running Facebook ads, I lost a bunch of money because I didn't bother to take it seriously, right? I was testing the waters, just throwing money out the window, literally. And it wasn't until, and that's how I found MLSP, right? I was spending a lot of money on Facebook ads, and I was like, hey, nothing's working. Why isn't anybody joining my team? Why am I not getting any commissions, right? I had that lottery mindset. And then I saw a Facebook ads course through, I can't remember who it was, but it was online on Facebook somewhere. And I was like, this looks interesting. I'm spending money on Facebook ads that I don't have. Let me go ahead and invest in a course and learn Facebook ads. And that's how I got introduced to MLSP. So you got to take a look at this seriously, right? Look at everything you're doing in your business and focusing on the things that you can do right now and afford, whether that's advertising or not. Get educated and start making the right choices and decisions in your business, whether it's running ads or not. If you're running ads, get started with that. If you want to start running ads, run ads, but don't get stuck in this mindset of, if it doesn't work, it does. If it doesn't work right away, Facebook ads don't work. Understand that it's going to take some time. Understand that you have to test and try. Understand that you're collecting data. All right. So I hope this was helpful and valuable.